I'm Bob Hallmark in Longview in studio today. Most East Texas counties now have lifted their burn bans that were in effect because of recent rains and the diminished conditions for wildfires. However, that does not mean that people can go out and burn carelessly. It still requires an air of caution because we are still in fire danger. And to talk a little bit about that, we are joined now by Texas A&M Forest Service Regional Fire Coordinator Matt Burnett. Matt, I guess tell us a little bit about this. We do know that a lot of these bans have been lifted. What does that mean for those, I guess, who can go back to burning at this point?
We've been accumulating a lot of debris over the last few months since people haven't been able to burn. Unfortunately, in Texas, about 90% of our wildfires are human-caused fires, and the biggest portion in that category are from debris burning. So with the burn bans being lifted, people are burning and leaving fires unattended or not having the proper fuel breaks in place. Green grass can't be trusted to keep a fire contained. It needs to have bare dirt, or you need to have some sort of water source available, and you need to stay with that fire until it's completely extinguished. And that's not just when the flames go out, that's whenever it's no longer holding any heat. If you can't run your fingers through the ashes, then it's not out.
Gotcha. We do know that at this point, there are a handful of counties that still have burn bans in effect right now. A lot of this is due to what is called the KBDI, which is an index that measures drought conditions. And we have had a little bit of rain that has eased up our conditions. However, that number at last check was still around 660, which means that we are still in a low to moderate fire danger. Is that right?
That's correct. KBDI just measures one aspect, and that's soil moisture. It doesn't take into account any of the fuel moisture on the surface or the humidity. It just measures how deep the soil moisture is, and the higher that number, the drier the soil is. And the fact is, even though we got some rain, many areas missed out on the widespread heavy rain. They just received a light passing shower here and there, and it wasn't enough to improve that soil moisture.
Now, it's not just people burning off trash. We do also want to say that there's a lot of people, it's fall, we're getting into fall now. A lot of people are going to be camping, and there is a risk and a danger with that as well, because a lot of people will go out and start campfires.
Yeah, that's right. And also with the hunting season approaching, there's going to be more people in the woods, especially in the weekend. They have their campfires going, and it's not uncommon for us throughout the week to be going back out to some of these areas where the campfires weren't properly extinguished and ended up escaping.
Now, I do want to warn everybody out there again, if you are in a county that has a burn ban and you get caught illegally burning trash or rubbish or whatever it is, you are subject to a fine. Is that correct?
That's correct. Most areas, it's a Class C misdemeanor up to $500.
In the event that we do get some rain here locally, I'm guessing you're probably saying just to be sure, we should probably get a saturating rain so that we can get that index down. So obviously that's what we're waiting on right now.
Yeah, it was just such a prolonged drought. It just takes a while to make up for the lost moisture that we had.
And so finally, if you do burn, if your burn ban has been lifted, you wanted to stress burn responsibly. Know what you're doing here, and obviously you never leave a fire unattended.
Yeah, always keep that fire attended. Have you a water source nearby, or if you have a piece of machinery like a tractor or something, have that bare dirt patch around whatever you're burning. Just don't rely on green grass to hold it, because it's usually not going to.
Matt Burnett with the Texas A&M Forest Service, and he is the Regional Fire Coordinator. And we will have much more on this story tonight on KLTV 7 News. For KLTV WebXtra, I'm Bob Hallmark.